What if I told you that right now, as you watch this video, the universe is moving invisible pieces to completely transform your life? Have you ever stopped to think that maybe that restlessness you feel in your chest isn't anxiety, but a celestial calling? Well, my dear Virgo, today I'm going to show you 9 clear signs that God is preparing a powerful new stage in your journey. And look, I'm not talking about coincidences or chance. I'm talking about concrete proof, the kind that makes your heart beat faster and confirms that feeling you've been having for some time. You know that inner voice that tells you something big is coming? Well, it was right. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what to do to embrace this new phase with faith and courage. Because I need to tell you something very important. There are thousands of Virgos missing divine opportunities simply because they aren't recognizing the signs the universe is sending. And you won't be one of them. Not after today. Because what I'm going to share here isn't theory, it isn't speculation. These are spiritual truths that can change everything for you. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and get ready to discover how God is working behind the scenes in your life right now. First test. You are feeling an unexplained restlessness in your heart. Let's start by talking about that feeling you might be experiencing lately. That strange sensation that you no longer fit into the life you're living. You know when you look around and everything seems the same, but inside you there's a revolution happening? Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This restlessness isn't a problem, my Virgo friend. In fact, it's the first sign that something divine is being prepared for you. Think about it. When a butterfly is about to emerge from its cocoon, there's immense discomfort. The caterpillar doesn't understand what's happening. It only feels the need to move, to break through those walls that hold it captive. And that's exactly what's happening to you now. God is expanding your capacity to receive greater blessings. And this process isn't comfortable, but it's necessary. You being a Virgo know very well how your nature works. You love organization, predictability, having everything under control. But now the heavens are asking you to let go of the reins. They're asking you to trust the process, even when you can't see the final result. Look, I know this isn't easy for you. I know every fiber of your being wants to understand, plan and organize every detail of what's to come. But the truth is, there are such grand plans being woven for your life that your logical mind simply couldn't comprehend them right now. That's why this restlessness. That's why this feeling that you need something different, even without knowing exactly what. You know those days when you wake up and feel like changing everything? To start something new, to leave old habits behind, to seek new paths? That's not a crisis. It's a spiritual awakening. It's God whispering in your ear that the time has come to take the next step. And pay attention to this important detail. This restlessness is accompanied by an inexplicable hope. Even with all the uncertainty, there's a part of you that knows, that truly knows deep down, that everything will be all right. That something better is coming. This certainty that defies logic is the voice of the divine speaking to you. Many people ignore these feelings. They try to stifle them with distractions, with overwork, with denial. But you, who are watching this video now, you are different. You are paying attention. You are listening. And that is already a sign that you are ready for what lies ahead. So if you have been feeling this restlessness, don't try to make it disappear. Don't try to go back to your comfort zone, because that zone no longer serves you. You have grown. Your soul has expanded, and now it needs new territory to explore. Second evidence. Old relationships are naturally drifting apart. Now let's talk about something that might be hurting your heart, but is actually a blessing in disguise. Have you noticed how some people who were once part of your life have simply started to drift away? Conversations that once flowed naturally now seem forced. Friendships that seemed solid have begun to dissolve like salt in water. And you know what? This isn't abandonment. It's divine cleansing. When God is preparing a new stage in your life, He needs to create space. He needs to remove what won't serve you in the next chapter. And often this includes people. People you love, people who were important, but who simply aren't aligned with the version of you that's being born. Look, I know this hurts. I know that you, as a Virgo, highly value your connections. You are loyal, dedicated, always willing to help. And seeing people drifting away can feel like personal rejection. But I need you to understand one fundamental thing. Not everyone was called to be in the next season of your life. Some people are chapters, not the whole story. Think about it. If you are evolving, growing spiritually, expanding your consciousness, naturally you will begin to vibrate at a different frequency. And people who are not doing the same inner work simply won't be able to keep up with that vibration. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. It's just the natural workings of the universe. Like attracts like. And when you change, your attractions also change. You know what's most interesting? While some relationships drift apart, you may have noticed that new types of people have started appearing in your life. More conscious, more evolved people, more aligned with your new values. This is not a coincidence. It's confirmation that you are on the right path. But there's a trap here that I need to warn you about. Many Virgos, because of their helpful and perfectionist nature, try to hold on to relationships that have already fulfilled their purpose. They try to fix friendships that have naturally come to an end. They try to maintain connections out of obligation, guilt, fear of loneliness. And this only delays the divine process. God cannot bring the right people if your hands are still busy holding the wrong ones. So, if relationships are dissolving in your life right now, don't fight it. Don't try to force it. Be grateful for the time you had together, for the lessons you learned, and let go with love. Because every departure is creating space for a better entrance. Every goodbye is paving the way for a more meaningful encounter. And look how beautiful. When you finally let go and trust the process, you discover that you were never alone. That God was there all along, organizing behind the scenes, preparing connections that will make much more sense for who you are becoming. So breathe, trust, and let the divine curate your relationships. Third proof. Old patterns are no longer working for you. Do you know those strategies that always worked in your life? Those tried and tested formulas you used to solve problems, achieve goals, and keep everything under control? Well, I bet you've noticed they've simply stopped working. And that's leaving you confused, frustrated, maybe even a little scared. But let me tell you a secret. That's exactly what needs to happen. When God is preparing you for a new level, He needs to break your old systems. He needs to take you out of your comfort zone and force you to develop new skills, new perspectives, new ways of acting. You, being a Virgo, are especially attached to your methods. You like what is proven, what makes logical sense, what can be successfully repeated. But now the universe is saying, enough is enough. You've mastered this level. Now you need to learn a new game. And look, this is one of the clearest signs of spiritual evolution. Because real growth doesn't happen by doing more of the same. It happens when you are forced to leave your familiar toolbox and discover that you are capable of much more than you imagined. Let me give you a practical example. Maybe you've always been the kind of person who solves everything alone, who never asks for help, who carries the world on their shoulders, who believes that if you want something done well, you have to do it yourself. But suddenly this approach is exhausting you. You're realizing you can no longer carry everything alone. And do you know why? Because in the next phase of your life, you'll need to learn to delegate, to trust, to work as a team. God is teaching you that you don't need to be a lone superhero. Or maybe you've always been very cautious, planning every detail before acting. But now life is throwing you into situations where you need to make quick decisions. Trust your intuition. Take leaps of faith. Why? Because the opportunities that are coming will require courage and agility, not just planning. Do you see how it works? The universe isn't sabotaging you when your old patterns stop working. It's training you. It's preparing you to operate at a higher level. And yes, that's uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Because you will make mistakes. You will stumble. You'll feel incompetent sometimes. But it's precisely in this process of trying new things, of allowing yourself to be a beginner again, that you develop the necessary skills for the next phase. So, when you realize that what always worked no longer works, don't panic. Don't stubbornly insist on old methods. Ask yourself, what is the universe trying to teach me? What new skill do I need to develop? What new version of me is trying to be born? Because I guarantee you, on the other side of this disconnection from the old, there is a powerful connection with the new. And this new will surprise you in ways you can't even imagine now. Now, before we continue with the fourth test, I need to ask you something very important. If you are enjoying this content, if these words are touching your heart and confirming what you already felt, please do the following for me. First, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. Because I'm here every week bringing messages that will illuminate your spiritual journey. Second, leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love knowing that we're connected, even from a distance. And third, if these messages are truly making a difference in your life, consider becoming a supporter of the channel. This helps me continue producing quality content for you. But look, only do this if it truly touches your heart, okay? Now let's continue, because we still have much to discover about this new stage that God is preparing for you. Fourth test. Dreams and visions are becoming more intense and meaningful. Let's talk now about something that happens a lot when a spiritual transformation is underway. Your dreams begin to change. And I'm not just talking about the dreams you have while sleeping. I'm also talking about those dreams you have while awake, those visions of the future, those ideas that suddenly begin to appear in your mind with a force you've never felt before. First, the nighttime dreams. Have you noticed that they are more vivid, more symbolic, more laden with messages? This happens because when we are about to enter a new phase, our subconscious begins to process this change through dreams. It's as if the universe is communicating with you through a language of symbols, preparing your psyche for what is to come. And you, being a Virgo with that analytical mind, may even be trying to decipher every detail of these dreams. But sometimes the message isn't in the details. It's in the feeling the dream leaves behind. It's in that feeling of urgency or hope or transformation that you carry when you wake up. Pay attention to these feelings. They are your guides. But perhaps even more important than nighttime dreams are those deep desires that begin to arise in your heart during the day. You know, when you're doing your normal tasks and suddenly that strong urge comes over you to do something different, to follow a new path, to create something, to change direction. Many people ignore these impulses, treating them as fantasies or distractions. But I tell you, these are divine calls. They are seeds of purpose being planted in the soil of your consciousness. And look how interesting. These dreams and visions often come accompanied by a sense of possibility. Even if logically they seem impossible or distant, there is something within you that believes they can become real. This irrational belief, which challenges your practical Virgo nature, is actually faith being activated within you. It's God showing you the blueprint for your next season. Now, there's something important here. These dreams and visions won't always make sense immediately. In fact, they often seem disconnected from your current reality. They seem too big, too different, too strange. But don't dismiss that. Because God doesn't show you visions to frustrate you. He shows them to inspire you, to guide you, to plant a destiny in your heart. And do you know what you need to do when these visions arrive? You need to honor them. Even if you don't yet know how to achieve them. Even if they seem impossible. Honor them by writing about them. Honor them by talking to God about them. Honor them by taking small steps towards them. Because every time you honor a divine vision, you are saying to the universe, I am ready. I am available. I am willing to be used for something greater. And when you do that, when you put yourself in that position of availability and faith, doors begin to open. The right people appear. Opportunities arise. The path becomes illuminated. So don't ignore your dreams. Don't dismiss your visions as impossible fantasies. They are maps. They are compasses. They are invitations from the divine for you to enter the next version of your life. And do you know what's most beautiful? God never puts a dream in your heart without also giving you the ability to achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can see it, you can be it. And this vision that is intensifying now is proof that you are being prepared to experience something that until recently you didn't even dare to imagine. Fifth test. Difficult situations are forcing you to develop inner strength. Now let's touch on a delicate but extremely important subject. If you've been going through difficulties lately, facing seemingly endless challenges, situations that are testing your limits in every possible way, I have news for you. This is not punishment. It's preparation. When God is preparing you for a powerful new stage, He first needs to strengthen you. And strengthening doesn't happen in easy times. It happens when you are stretched, tested, challenged to your limits. It's like an athlete preparing for an important competition. The hardest, most intense, most painful training sessions are precisely those that happen before the big day. Why? Because it's necessary to build the resistance, the strength, the resilience needed to win. You, being a Virgo, have a tendency to be hard on yourself. When things go wrong, you quickly take the blame. You think you didn't do enough, that you should have been better, more prepared, more perfect. But I need you to change that perspective right now. The difficulties you are facing are not evidence of failure. They are evidence that you are being molded for something great. Think of a sword being forged. Metal needs to go through fire, be hammered repeatedly, be plunged into cold water. Seems violent, it seems destructive. But it is precisely this process that transforms a piece of ordinary metal into a sharp, resilient blade. You are in the fire now. You are being hammered by circumstances, and I know it hurts. I know there are days when you wonder how much more you can endure. But I tell you, you are being sharpened. You are developing a strength you didn't even know you had. You are discovering that you are much more resilient, much more capable, much more powerful than you imagined. And you know what else? These difficulties are teaching you lessons you simply couldn't learn any other way. They are teaching you compassion for others who suffer. They are teaching you humility, showing you that you can't control everything. They are teaching you faith, forcing you to trust in God when you can't trust in circumstances. Every obstacle you overcome now is a skill you will need in the next phase. Every problem you solve is a spiritual muscle being built. Every difficult night you go through is a layer of strength being added to your character. Look, I'm not romanticizing suffering. I'm not saying you should seek out difficulties or that you should enjoy them, but I am saying that when they come, when you're in the middle of the storm, there's a divine purpose working through it. There's a phrase I love that says, God doesn't waste anything, not even pain, especially not pain. So if you're in the middle of a battle right now, if you're facing mountains that seem impossible to climb, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Because on the other side of that difficulty, there's a version of you that's stronger, wiser, more prepared for the blessings that are coming. And when you finally get there, when you look back and see everything you've been through, you'll understand. You'll understand that every tear had a purpose, that every struggle was training you, that every dark moment was actually polishing the diamond you always were, but that needed this pressure to be revealed. So lift your head, Virgo. Wipe away those tears and keep walking, because you're closer than you think. And this strength that you are developing now will be exactly what you need to carry the greatness that is coming. Sixth test. You are feeling a strong calling to something greater. Now let's talk about a feeling that has been growing inside you. One that you may not yet know how to name. It's that feeling that you were made for something more. Something bigger. Something that goes beyond the routine you live today. This feeling is not arrogance. It's not an illusion. It's a vocation awakening. It's purpose knocking on the door of your heart. It's God reminding you of who you really are and what you came to do in this world. You know, many people spend their entire lives asleep to their true calling. They go on autopilot, living an existence they never question, doing what is expected, following the script that society wrote for them. But you, my dear Virgo, you are waking up. You are beginning to realize that there is a fire inside you that needs to be released, a talent that needs to be shared, a mission that needs to be fulfilled. And this awakening, although wonderful, can also be frightening. Why? Because following a divine calling almost always means leaving the conventional path. It means taking risks. It means being misunderstood. It means choosing the extraordinary when comfort is right there, available, safe. And you, being a Virgo, love security. You love having everything planned, tested, guaranteed. But I'll tell you a truth that might be hard to hear. The greatest callings never come with guarantees. They come with faith. They come with a whisper in your heart that says, go, even without knowing exactly how it will work. This calling you're feeling might be related to many things. Maybe it's a calling to change careers, to finally start that project that's been in your heart for years. Maybe it's a calling to serve in a new way, to use your gifts differently. Maybe it's a calling to take a stand, to use your voice, to be a light in the darkness. Or maybe it's simply a calling to live more authentically, more truthfully, more aligned with who you really are. It doesn't matter what the specific form of this calling is. What matters is that you're feeling it. And this feeling isn't random. It's divine. It's intentional. It's how God communicates with you when He wants to redirect you to your true purpose. Now, I know what might be going on in your head. You might be thinking, but I'm not ready. I don't have all the skills. I don't have the resources. I don't have the knowledge. And you know what I'll tell you? No one is ever completely ready when the calling comes. If you wait until you feel totally prepared, you'll be waiting forever. Because the point isn't to be ready before you start. The point is to start and become ready in the process. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He gives you the calling first, and then as you walk in obedience, He equips you. He opens doors. He connects you with the right people. He teaches you what you need to know. But all of this happens in the movement, not before it. So if you're feeling this calling to something greater, even if you don't yet know exactly what, even if you don't yet have total clarity, take the first step. Ask God, what do you want me to do? How can I serve? Where should I direct this energy that's growing inside me? And then pay attention, because the answer will come. Sometimes through an unexpected opportunity, sometimes through a casual conversation, sometimes through that persistent thought that won't leave your head. The universe will show you the way. But you need to be available. You need to be attentive. You need to be willing to say yes even when yes seems scary. Seventh proof. You are having divine encounters and amazing synchronicities. Let's talk now about something absolutely fascinating that happens when God is moving pieces on the chessboard of your life. Suddenly, coincidences begin to occur that are too good to be just coincidences. You think of someone and that person calls you. You need information and it appears out of nowhere. You are facing a problem and the solution arises in a completely unexpected way. These are not coincidences. They are synchronicities. They are divine encounters. They are signs that you are in the right flow, aligned with your destiny, being guided by forces greater than yourself. You know, the universe has a very interesting way of confirming when you are on the right path. It begins to orchestrate events, to connect people, to create situations that simply could not have been planned by you. And the more you pay attention to these signs, the more they appear. It's as if there's a conversation happening between you and the divine. You take a step of faith, and the universe responds with confirmation. You make a choice aligned with your purpose, and doors begin to open. You make yourself available, and the right opportunities find you. For the skeptical Virgo within you, this might seem strange at first. Your logical mind wants to explain everything rationally. You want to say it's just luck, just timing, just probability. But deep down, you know there's something bigger happening. You know these coincidences are carefully orchestrated by a loving intelligence that is guiding you. Let me give you practical examples. Maybe you need financial help, and suddenly a job opportunity appears that you weren't even looking for. Maybe you're feeling lonely and out of nowhere someone special crosses your path. Maybe you're confused about a decision and receive the answer through a casual conversation. A book that falls into your hands. A message that seems to have been written especially for you. These are divine encounters. And they are multiplying in your life now because you are entering a phase where you will need more confirmation, more direction, more celestial support. God is showing you, I am here. I am watching you. I am taking care of every detail. Trust me. And look at this beautiful thing. The more you recognize and appreciate these synchronicities, the more they happen. It's as if your gratitude opens an even wider channel for the divine to work in your life. So start paying attention. Start noticing the patterns. Start giving thanks every time something surprisingly perfect happens. Because this isn't just luck. It's grace. It's providence. It's the universe conspiring in your favor. But there's something important here. These synchronicities also serve as confirmation of direction. When you're considering a path and suddenly signs related to it start appearing, pay attention. When you're thinking about a person and they appear in your life unexpectedly, that means something. The universe is giving you clues. It's showing you the map. It's illuminating the next step. And you need wisdom to read these signs. Not superstitiously seeking confirmation in everything, but consciously recognizing when the divine is clearly guiding you. How to tell the difference? Simple. True signs bring peace, even when they challenge your logic. They bring that certainty in the heart that doesn't depend on rational explanation. They bring a feeling of alignment, of fluidity, of being in the right place at the right time. So open your eyes, Virgo, because God is speaking to you all the time. Through people, events, impossible coincidences. And these divine encounters are increasing in frequency now because you are about to enter new territory. And in that territory, you will need this kind of constant confirmation that you are being guided, protected, directed by the divine hand. Eighth test. You are being stripped of everything superficial to reveal your essence. Now let's talk about a painful but absolutely necessary process. Perhaps you've noticed that you're losing interest in things that were once important to you. That expensive outfit you wanted no longer seems so essential. That social position you sought no longer seems so relevant. That approval you craved no longer seems so necessary. And this isn't because you're giving up on life. It's because you're maturing spiritually. You're being stripped of everything superficial so that your true essence can shine. When God prepares someone for a powerful new stage, He first removes the masks. He removes the false layers. He removes everything you've built to impress the world, but that doesn't reflect who you truly are. And this process isn't comfortable. Why? Because often we identify with these external things. We think we are our achievements, our appearance, our position, our performance. But you are none of that. You are much more. You are an eternal soul with a divine purpose. And everything that is not aligned with this essential truth needs to fall. You, as a Virgo, may be resisting this with all your might, because you built your identity on being useful, on being perfect, on being reliable, on doing everything right. But now God is showing you that you are loved not for what you do, but for who you are. And this revelation, although liberating, can be frightening at first. But look at the powerful thing that happens when you allow this stripping away. When you let go of the need to prove your worth. When you stop seeking external validation. When you drop the masks and allow yourself to be vulnerable, authentic, real. What happens is that you finally find yourself. You finally discover who you are beneath all those layers of expectations, duties, and performances. And this person you discover is incredible, is powerful, is unique, is exactly who God always planned for you to be. And you know what else? When you operate from this essence, this inner truth, you become unbeatable. Because you are no longer depending on external things for your worth. You know who you are. You know what you are capable of. You know that you are loved and chosen by God regardless of anything. That is the greatest freedom there is. So if you feel you're losing interest in superficial things, if you feel different from the people around you, if you're questioning values you once accepted without thinking, celebrate that. You are evolving. You are becoming more authentic. You are aligning with your true nature. And this alignment is essential for the next phase. Because what God is preparing for you will require you to be real. It will require you to operate from your essence, not from a mask. It will require you to be vulnerable, genuine, true. And you can only do that when you go through this process of stripping away. So don't be afraid to let die everything that needs to die. Don't cling to old versions of yourself that no longer serve you. Let the old fall away. Let the superficial dissolve. Because what will be born in its place is something much more beautiful, much more powerful, much more aligned with who you truly are. Ninth test. You are feeling an inexplicable peace in the midst of chaos. And we arrive at the final test, which is perhaps the most important of all. In the midst of all this transformation, in the midst of all these changes and challenges, something surprising is happening within you. You are feeling a peace that makes no sense, a calmness that defies circumstances. A profound certainty that, despite everything, you will be okay. And more than okay, you will prosper. This peace that transcends understanding is God's signature. It's how He shows you that He is in control, even when everything around you seems out of control. It's the confirmation that you are being sustained, guided, protected by forces greater than you can see. Do you know what's fascinating? This peace doesn't depend on everything being resolved. It doesn't depend on you having all the answers. It doesn't depend on the circumstances being perfect. It exists even in the midst of chaos, even when you don't know how it will work, even when there are still unresolved problems. And that is the difference between human peace and divine peace. Human peace needs ideal conditions. It needs everything to be under control. But divine peace exists despite the conditions. It exists because you know you're not alone. You know you're being cared for. You know there's a bigger plan unfolding. For you, a Virgo, this is especially significant, because your nature is to worry, analyze every detail, try to control every variable. But now you're experiencing something new. You're letting go of the reins. You're trusting without needing to understand. You're at peace without having all the answers. And that, my friend, is spiritual growth at its highest level. Spiritual maturity. It's true faith. Because faith isn't believing when everything is perfect. Faith is believing when there's no logical reason to believe. It's trusting when you can't see the whole path. It's having peace when everything says you should be desperate. And do you know what this peace is telling you? It's telling you that you're already in the next stage. It may not seem like it yet. External circumstances may still be adjusting. But spiritually, you've already crossed the threshold. You've already entered new territory. Because the peace you're feeling is the peace of someone who knows they belong in a new place. The peace of someone who trusts the process. The peace of someone who has surrendered control to God and is discovering that this is far better than trying to control everything alone. And what a beautiful promise this carries. If you have peace now, in the midst of transformation, imagine the peace you will have when everything settles down. When you look back and see the path you have traveled. When you realize how each piece has fit perfectly. This peace you are feeling now is just the beginning. It's the seed, but it will grow and multiply as you move forward in this new stage. So when worry tries to return, when fear knocks on the door, when doubt whispers in your ear, return to this peace. Anchor yourself in it. Remember that it is there not by accident but because God is holding you. He is guiding you. He is preparing you for something wonderful. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can take you out of His hands. We've reached the end of this journey, my dear Virgo. And I sincerely hope that you've recognized at least some of these signs within yourself. Because they are not coincidences. They are confirmations that you are exactly where you need to be. That the process you are experiencing, however difficult it may be, has a divine purpose. Look at everything we've discussed. The restlessness you feel is a call to grow. The relationships that are drifting apart are creating space for better connections. The old patterns that no longer work are forcing you to evolve. Your intense dreams are showing you the way. The difficulties are strengthening you. The calling you feel is real and deserves to be followed. The synchronicities are divine confirmations. The shedding of possessions is revealing your essence. And the peace you feel is God's signature on this new stage. All of this together paints a clear picture. You are not lost. You are not in crisis. You are in transition. You are being prepared. You are evolving into the next version of yourself. And this version is stronger, wiser, more authentic, more aligned with your purpose than any previous version. So what do you do now? You keep walking. You keep trusting. You keep saying yes to what God is doing in you, even when you don't fully understand. Because this new stage being prepared for you is bigger and better than anything you could plan on your own. And you are ready. Maybe you don't feel ready. But God didn't bring you this far to abandon you now. He will complete the work He began in you. So take a deep breath. Look ahead with hope. And take the next step with faith. Because the best is yet to come. And now before you go, I have a question for you. Which of these 9 proofs touched your heart the most? Which one did you most need to hear today? Leave it in the comments. I want to know. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe now and activate the bell. Because I'm here every week bringing messages that will illuminate your spiritual path. And if these words truly made a difference in your life, if they touched your heart in some way, consider supporting this channel. Your contribution helps me continue producing content that transforms lives. But only do this if it truly makes sense to you. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, may God bless you abundantly. May He give you strength to continue. And may you recognize at every step of this journey that you are being guided, protected, and prepared for something wonderful. Be at peace, Virgo. Your new stage is coming.